us knowledge, wisdom, understanding, and counsel.
Good morning. We are Saturday, August the 22nd. The feast is the Queenship of Mary. 1 week after the Feast of the Annunciation of Mary, the liturgy celebrates the memorial of the Queenship of Mary, instituted by Pope Pius XII at the end of the Marian year in 1954. Mary intercedes for us in heaven and brings our prayers to her Son Christ the King. The Gospel of today, taken from the first chapter of the Gospel of Luke, tells us the story of the Annunciation by the angel Gabriel to Mary about the birth of Jesus. There are many stories of Annunciations in the Bible. Let us call to mind the Annunciation to Abraham of his son Isaac, the Annunciation to Anna of her son Samuel, that of Samson, that of John the Baptist to Zechariah, the Annunciation to Joseph in the Gospel of Matthew, the birth of Jesus, and of course, finally, the Annunciation to Mary. These Annunciations usually follow the same pattern. First, it is always an initiative of God, who sends a messenger who will announce a peculiar birth. Then this child will have a special mission. And there is also this warning, do not be afraid. But how will this be? There is doubt, questioning. And the messenger reassures the person, and finally there is the acceptance, like the fiat of Mary. At the beginning of the Gospel, Luke puts in parallel annunciations to Zechariah and Mary. Usually parallels indicate what is similar, what is in common. Here it is quite different. The parallel shows the differences. On one hand, Zechariah, a priest of the priestly clan. On the other hand, Mary, a humble girl in a village. Zechariah, in Jerusalem, the center of the spirituality of the Jewish people. Mary, in Nazareth, a small town up in Galilee, quite unknown. Zechariah, in the temple, the dwelling place of the God of Israel. Mary, in her humble home. So much for the gap between these two annunciations. What makes this annunciation to Mary so important for our Christian faith? Well, it is precisely the moment when that God comes to live among men. God, the Word, becomes flesh in the womb of Mary. So that is the beginning of the incarnation, not Christmas. No, Annunciation is the beginning of the incarnation, when God comes and dwells in the womb of Mary. How can this be, says Mary, since I do not know man? Gabriel reassures her and gives her a sign. Your cousin Elizabeth is pregnant for already 6 months. The one who was called barren. Then Mary says her fiat, not knowing that her child would not be the kind of Messiah that her people was expecting. In our life, we too have often to say fiat to God, sometimes without knowing and understanding fully what we are asked for. May we have the same trust in God as Mary is showing in this passage of the Gospel of Luke. When God gives a mission, He also gives the strength and the means to accomplish it. And that goes for any vocation to which we have been called. May the grace of the Lord be with you on this day. Amen.
Give us knowledge, wisdom.